All right. Good morning, everybody. Do the wave. Shauna, where's the wave?
Woo!
All right. All right. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Braving this weather. Those of you that went to the office,
Oh,
braving our new weather.
I know.
I know. I know. All right. Let's get right into it. November 13th. Let's talk real estate. All right. So, what's with the picture? What I thought we would do is maybe let's come up with a caption for this. First of all, tell me why that was the first thing I saw when I went into 21 online and looked at Century 21's offerings. I saw this picture available to us. So you own this picture. If you want to put it on social media, what kind of caption would you put on it? Shauna, do you sell these? Do you sell very many of these? I know you have.
Well, not with the cows already there.
The cows. Okay, so cows not included would be your caption.
There, that's good. Yeah, I
There
like
you
it.
go. I never thought about that, I guess that would be part of the contract, livestock included and or
It can
not.
be. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Well, it's hopefully that's a conversation starter. Okay, livestock not included. I think that is the good. That is the good. And yeah, that's some kind of
I'd be
business
more
property.
excited if they were included.
Well, yeah, you could. There'd be a separate price. You know, you don't want it. You can't get the same loan on it, so it'd be a little more
Yeah,
complex.
you gotta use move in there and
Did you
extenuate
see
the
Whitney?
O's. Moved. Yeah, there we go. She got it on her
Move.
move.
See,
I
Okay.
just saw that too. Yeah, it's
see,
gotta be
Whitney's a mom, but she's
moved.
mastered the dad jokes.
Oh,
That's
ow.
because I'm a single mom. I have to do both.
There you
You have to do
go.
both. Yeah.
She has to
Dad
multitask.
jokes.
Oh,
Okay.
that's funny.
Well, I thought I'd throw that out. You use that if you like. It's not announcing a holiday, but we're between holidays right now, so there's nothing to say on that other than it's time to get moving.
Moving on.
Moving on. So, in the spirit of moving on, I wanted to talk this morning about the concept of starting at zero, and some of our coaching programs talk about that quite heavily. And what starting at zero means is that you don't rest on your past successes, like what you closed last week or last month, or what a great realtor you were last year, how happy you were. Rather, you look at every day as a fresh start that requires your full attention to generate business, just as if you had no listings or sales at the moment. So you have to have that mindset. So here are some ideas to help you develop that mindset that you have nothing and you must start from scratch every day. And these are some points from the Mike Ferry system, and they're interesting. Clean out all the junk out of your office. So, kind of a house cleaning thing that really helps you start at zero. How big are the piles on your desk? How big is the amount of paperwork you have? How much stuff is piled in your office? How often do you need? How often do you need to completely clean your office to keep it clean and neat? And when's the last time you did it? That's a good exercise. That's a good thing to do from time to time because it does help with your organizational mindset, knowing you've discarded things and organized other things. It also goes for the leads and all of the junk in your computer. You probably got stuff in your computer you're never going to use. You've got leads that you probably should not see. There are names and faces that you're hanging on to that you probably should not be looking at because they're not going to do anything, and you need to face that. Put them in the very long term drip email campaigns, but get them away from where you might actually be seeing them on a daily basis, and it would bring you down. Set aggressive goals for today. So at the end of the day, critique your performance and then move on based on the goals that you've already set. for a day, for a week, for a month, for a year. We have all of these planning tools, and we talk about it much more as we get closer to the end of the year. So decide your goals and what you want to achieve. Start your day with these goals and give it your best shot. And then at the end of the day, you critique your performance and you go back to your goals and say, well, today was pretty good. I did 80 to 90% of what I had intended to do. And that's a good feeling. All right, have fun doing it. That's what I like to say. Have fun doing this, or why are we doing it? I have to remind myself of that quite a bit, thinking, how am I going to make this fun, what I'm working on right now? But a fun thing can be a short-term contest for production. And an excellent time frame to look at would be November and December of this year. There's kind of sometimes it's a race to the end for people. They had a goal for 2024 and they did not achieve it. So they want to do the best they can. So think about this. If I can't set a listing appointment this week, let me set up a challenge with another agent and have a little short-term mini goal. Let's throw down a challenge. And these kinds of things cause you to start back at zero, and you're not hanging on to the past. This one's really relevant because that's what we're going to do this morning. Study the market regularly. This is one way to bring yourself back to zero, is have a really close connection to what's going on. How many listings are happening every day in your market? How many sales are taking place every day? What's going on in market conditions? If you look at that regularly, it generally causes more urgency and you want to get back into the game. Not to mention all the other reasons that you must know the market to convey that to your client. Again, use your business plan as a working document. And if you don't have one, consider doing one now. Consider doing one for 2025. That's a fun thing. But remember, those are working documents. Those should be something that you refer to often. And remember, it's not a static document. What changes need to be made in your business plan right now? What changes do you need to make? If you're constantly evolving your business plan, it keeps out the old habits. And then finally, what they have here is door knock after every listing appointment, whether you get the listing or not. So I love that. I always did that. You go to a listing appointment, you have an opportunity to either after the listing appointment, tell the neighbors that you got a listing and that you'll be bringing them a flyer or something, or just do some prospecting while you're there. If you want to train yourself to start at zero, you have a listing appointment today. You walk in there, you get that listing signed, you go out on the spot and knock on a few doors around that listing. It trains you to go back to work. It trains you to go back to work and not settle on the fact that you didn't get the listing back to zero. So let's take advantage of the new year, what's continuing to be a strong real estate market. And remember, treat your business like a business. And more people coming in. Thank you. Let's have a review of our production. And there's the map of the Pacific Northwest, including the Boise area, including the Coos Bay area, including Long Beach and Longview, Washington.
Yours looks different. Oh, there we go. Okay, you're refreshed. I'm like, there's been a lot of action since then. Okay.
Well, that was a static picture. That was that was just an advertisement. There's the map.
Again, commercial is not showing up on this, just an FYI.
Cool. What do you have?
We have agents staying busy as usual in the Portland and Coos Bay office. Nick, congrats to Nick. He got an offer for his lot up on Southwest Barber. He can tell us about that if he wants. How did that go?
This one was kind of new to me in that it involved a billboard and an advertising company and different tax lots and numbers for the billboard and so on. So it was kind of fun to go through, but I think we're closing up.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, agents in Coos Bay are staying busy as well. I believe Trudy has one closing here soon. And I'm still working with a lot of agents writing up offers and advising them on what to do in this current market.
Okay.
Nice.
Very good. Very good. How are things in Washington?
Things are pretty good over here as well. We have in Longview, Steve Burright put one of his listings pending, another one is contingent. It's been really busy. He also has a buyer who went into escrow. Let's see here. There was, yep, that's all for that office right now. I think that we had a couple closings so far this month in Longview. Both, I believe, one Stephen Bright and one Jennifer Washam. And then
Nice.
Vancouver, there's quite a few scheduled for closing still this month. We've had we didn't have any yet this month, but we have some coming. And no new listings right now, but have some in the works. A lot of people want to kind of wait now till after the first of the year, but still working on trying to change their mind. See if I can get them
Yeah.
a little early. Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, things are going good. Just waiting for, we have about 4 of them in pending status right now that are closing this month, one next month, and Longview has quite a few for next month too. So it's going to be a great end of the year, I think.
I think so too. We're looking good. All right. Well, here's my lecture. Is this pending?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
And
that
what else did you have?
close in a week. I think about a week that one will close.
Okay. Is this one pending?
That one just went to pending.
It
That's
did.
the-
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that Stephen Burright just put into pending status yesterday. or
Isn't
the
that
day
a
before.
beautiful home? That sweeping lawn.
Mhm.
Well, I guess I'm not going to give my lecture.
You
Coom,
can tell what your lecture might have been.
is this one pending?
Not
No.
yet.
It's overpriced.
Yes,
It's
and
overpriced.
they've had a couple price drops on that one, so the agent is slowly reaching to the seller that it's overpriced. And,
Okay.
yeah, there's a lot of price adjustments here in Portland. I think sellers are finally getting the clue that you got to price it correctly if you
Right.
want to move it. So
Is that new construction or a resale?
it's a resale.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
A nice suburban home.
Very nice. Very nice. Mario, how is Idaho?
We're tagging along. Annie just accepted an offer on her house,
Good.
the one for 349. Augie closed the deal on Friday, and he's having another one on his manufactured home this Friday as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's not overpriced.
Right.
I wonder if Payette, Idaho, Sandy. See, that's a nice place.
Mhm.
Boy, I can't say overpriced at 394. That's a beautiful house.
I know. Yeah, that one's you can get a really good deal in Payette. That's another half hour, 45 minutes out of Caldwell. So yeah, you can still get a lot of house.
Wow.
But it's an hour plus into Boise. So you'll probably want to commute to Canyon County.
Yeah. All right. Okay, very nice. If I say, well, we've seen this. I always look at this because it's such a beautiful architecture.
Isn't it pretty? And those hardwood floors. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so 929 in Bandon. So
Oh,
that'll sell when it sells.
yes.
Lowering the price by 5% not gonna move the needle. I don't
Listed
think.
with Mindy Boston,
That's right. That's
a veteran in the industry. Yeah.
okay. All right, good work. Good number of listings. How many are we got with 25? 25. So we're down a little bit from where we had been during the summer. So we'll get them back. We'll get more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, managers, anything to announce as far as lunch and learns or company events? Cool.
Yeah, in Portland, we have since the last Thursday of this month is actually Thanksgiving, we have moved our November lunch and learn to next Friday, the 22nd. We'll have Tycor Title presenting on how to read a title report. And it'll more than likely be on Zoom, so everyone, more people can join us. But I'll send that invitation out here later today.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
I have a lunch and learn tomorrow at
That's right.
12. Yeah.
So you have
we'll-
lunch and learn.
Yep. We have a lunch and learn. We're going to go over how to create a campaign. Holiday campaign is the one I'm going to do. And we have Lisa Pogue here from DC Lending, going to go over some of the more creative type loans to help people get into houses. And then we're going to watch the launch of the new marketing together. So we're going to do that.
Right. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Well, very good. Yes, we're going to talk about that, the launch of the marketing as well. Anything scheduled for Idaho yet? I know you were thinking about something.
Yeah, I've been working with Judy. She just has to let us know when she's available this month to do it. So I'm hoping it'll be soon. Maybe we can do it next week, right before Thanksgiving.
Great. Okay. Very good. All right. How is the market? And remember that most agents, they know what's happening. They read the news. Good agents understand it. Okay. There's a big difference there. But there's a huge difference between the great agents that know it so well they can explain it to their clients and their friends. And that's what we need to do. We need to know it so well we can explain it. Well, we can't explain interest rates. They are what they are. They're at 6.79. They had gone down quite a bit, and then they went up, and that was probably over fears of the election. And so we are hoping that things will stabilize by year end. So they continue to rise. They're at their highest level since late July. The 10-year Treasury has increased over the past month as economic data points to a resilient economy. The trend is likely to continue on the heels of the election of the next president. After the results were announced on Wednesday, Treasury yields hit their highest level since April. The economists at Realtor.com believe yields will follow the same pattern over the near year, helping keep rates higher than anticipated. But they're still expected to stabilize by the end of the year, and they'll likely be at higher levels than markets were initially expecting prior to election week. So there we are, 6.79. And remember, you can share this chart by email and put it on Facebook or wherever you'd like to. Let your clients know what the interest rates are and what this curve looks like. More exciting when it was down here and it's back up there again, which unfortunately cuts out all of these buyers. All of these buyers are real people in this dip that could have bought a house here and now can't. So, okay, the affordability index, that stayed the same, 89%. The median family can buy 89% of the median house based on their income, and that's something we look at. We like to see an affordability index of 100 or more, and we have seen them, and it's really nice when it's way up over 120, 130 even in December of 2020. Much more affordable than they are today. And the absorption rate is the same as well, and that is tending towards the seller. Balanced, but tending towards the seller. It's 3.5, 3.2 to 3.5 months of inventory in the Portland metro area. And so it is about a seller's market, but not like it used to be. There's more time for buyers to look at houses. There's more market time. All right, the National Association of Realtors is very interesting. They published the profile of home buyers and sellers. And this report provides an overview of who purchased and sold a home last year. So, Kun, what did you find in this?
There's a lot of good information in this article. So let's delve into what they discovered.
Do you want to share, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I'll share. That way I can just scroll whenever.
Yeah, let me get that for you. Yeah, co-host. Okay. Year. Every year since 1981.
Okay, can you guys see it?
Yes.
Okay. The National Association of Realtors has produced the profile of home buyers and sellers since 1981. The report provides an overview of who purchased and sold a home in the last year. While the report is 141 pages long and everyone will find a favorite statistic, these findings are of particular interest. First-time home buyers. First-time home buyers dropped to the lowest historical share since data collected began in 1981. First-time buyers face limited inventory, continued erosion of housing affordability, and difficulty saving for a down payment. The most difficult step, even among successful first-time buyers, was just finding the right property. This year's successful first-time buyers cited high rent, student debt, credit card debt, and car loans as debt that held them back from savings. As you can see from this chart, there was a big drop. We're down to 24% of buyers being first-time buyers this year. Buyer household income. Household income jumped among successful home buyers to all-time highs. With the rise in home prices and interest rates, home buyers who were able to purchase a home in the last year had to have higher incomes. Interest rates in the data collection period had topped nearly 8%, eroding housing affordability. For first-time buyers, housing incomes rose by $26,000 in the past 2 years. Yeah, as you can see, income of buyers for the people who are able to buy have increased, and it's increased for over the last 2 years for all buyers, first-time buyers, and repeat buyers, which makes sense. You need to make a little more to be able to afford houses in this market. Median age of home buyers. As the income of home buyers increased, the age of home buyers also increased. Both first-time and repeat buyers had all-time highs for their age groups. First-time home buyers are older, likely because they have to save for longer periods of time and are approaching a market with limited inventory in which they may have to search longer to find a home. Repeat buyers who are deciding to purchase are making moves later in life, perhaps in retirement. The number one motivating factor for a home seller to move is to be closer to friends and family. The lock-in effect of low mortgage rates may be keeping younger homeowners in place. And this chart shows that. As you can see, repeat buyers, median age is 61, and first-time buyers is 38, which is an increase.
Those are huge increases.
Yep.
So the median buyer is 61.
Yeah, they're the ones who have gained
That's
equity
shocking.
in their home and have worked enough to save to purchase another house.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah. Another interesting figure we found was the share of buyers with children under 18. Another notable demographic change is the share of buyers who have children under 18 in the home. The share dropped to a historic low of 27% of buyers from a high of 58% in 1985. This shift is likely due to a higher share of repeat buyers who are older, an overall drop in birth rates, and people having children later in life. For first-time buyers, 36% had children under 18, and for repeat buyers, 24% had children under 18. This change means a difference in neighborhood amenities and could change how often a buyer moves. For example, if they would move with a growing family or as an empty nester. I think this is the trend in this country where, there aren't as many children in families. And we can see that with both first-time buyers and repeat buyers. These are great graphs. Just remember that you can always copy and paste them and use them for social media purposes. Purchase of multi-generational homes. This is also an interesting thing they found. Multi-generational housing has reached an all-time high of 70% of home buyers. This could house an elderly relative or adult children over the age of 18, or families of other compositions for cost savings and to buy a larger home. As housing affordability is increasingly difficult, pooling incomes to purchase a larger home and split household expenses assist homebuyers in achieving home ownership. This may also be a way for families to approach caregiving for young children, with an extra set of hands or elder care for relatives. Interesting.
It is. That's a big percentage now, 17%.
Yeah, 17%. And I feel like a lot of builders are taking that in consideration, putting a primary suite on the main floor for older relatives or parents, having a larger number of rooms to accommodate families. So we're seeing that in the market. Size of typical down payments. In 2024, the down payment was the highest for first-time buyers since 1997 and for repeat buyers since 2003. As homeowners continue to be advantaged in today's market, they gain housing equity and can place larger down payments on their next home. A larger down payment helps offset the mortgage interest rate with a lower monthly payment for all home buyers. That makes sense. And there's also an increase for all cash home purchases. All cash home buyers reached an all-time high this year at 26%. It is important to note that the data collected is only from primary residence buyers, not vacation home buyers or investors. For repeat buyers, they have earned housing equity in the home and can make the next purchase, perhaps in retirement, without financing. For first-time buyers, the answer of how may lay in their down payment sources. 71% used inheritance, which is an all-time high, and 21% used financial assets. Perhaps using a combination of savings, inheritance, and cashing out stocks allowed these first-time buyers to purchase without a mortgage.
That's those 61-year-olds
Yeah, the median repeat
have all that cash.
Exactly. And I know a lot of buyers right now are getting assistance from family members, such as parents.
That's right.
Location of home purchased. Moving to city centers is at the highest level in a decade at 16%. While home buyers are still most likely to purchase homes in the suburbs, 45%, and small towns at 23%, there is an attraction to the dynamic nature of cities, and it may not always be for work. In fact, when home buyers note factors influencing their neighborhood choice, convenience to one's job dropped to 34% from 52% in 2014. The top factors are the quality of the neighborhood and convenience to friends and family. Yeah, with the increase of, remote jobs, it makes sense that you can move to a city and still, work. Have to deal with the commute of living in the suburbs. And I think that's a good sign, especially for Portland. I hope people move back into the city and, help revitalize, Portland.
Right.
Next two sections of home buyers and home sellers' use of real estate agents. 88% of home buyers used a real estate agent or broker to purchase their home. Buyers want a real estate agent or broker who is not only able to help them find the right home, but is going to help them negotiate and to help them explain and understand the real estate market. This is the biggest financial purchase of one's life, and real estate agents are helping buyers achieve the American dream. Home sellers use of real estate agents.
Who are the other percentages? They are builders and for sale by owner.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, good chunk, a good majority of people are still using real estate agents.
Yeah, and if you don't work with the owner, there's no one else you can work with.
Right.
That's the explanation there.
Home sellers' use of real estate agents. 90% of home sellers use a real estate agent or broker to sell their home. Similarly, home sellers want an agent to help them price their homes competitively, market their homes for sale, find a qualified buyer, and do so within a specific time frame. Buyers and sellers who are happy with their agent would recommend or use their agent again when buying and selling a home. For sale by owners dropped to a historic low of just 6% of sellers. 2/3 of FSBOs know the buyer of their home. Yeah, pretty similar charts. 90% of sellers use an agent. And that's a figure that you can use when you're talking to for sale by owners.
That's what you need to know. They're not going to sell it. If they haven't sold it already, if they're advertising it, they don't know anybody to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So they are going to list it. And it may as well be you, no matter what they say. They're
You
going
know,
to say
I look
yes.
forward to this report every year. It has a lot of great statistics, a lot of stuff we can utilize for our own marketing purposes, as well as to be familiar with the market and what's going on with real estate.
Okay. Oh, so for managers, Whitney had a good question. Is the all cash because people are getting those all cash loans from the lenders? So what have we seen on that? Are people using those in great numbers? I don't think so.
The
I
only
think
time
all
I've
cash is from equity.
Yeah, most of the hard money loans I see are from investors, and they'll tell their real estate agents to write it up as a cash offer, but in reality, it is a hard money loan.
It is. Now, this statistic, though, didn't include, it included home people buying their own homes. Well, that can only come from equity.
Yeah.
Or a gift. So, yeah, I don't know that there's going to be a wide use of that. That's an expensive loan and kind of designed for a particular purpose. What I'm seeing anyway.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That was a good report. So I'm going to share my screen. All right. Now we get to the fun part of this program. As if that wasn't.
Yeah.
All right. Here are your statistics to share with your clients. We got the weekly highlights for last week. And the Portland metro area, days on the market again up 59. Larger market times can mean a buyer's market. They don't yet because of shortage of inventory, but those are the kinds of things that affect that. That's better for buyers. 59 days is better for buyers. Median sale price of 528.8 in the Portland metro. That's lower than we've seen. That's down a little bit. And so there's new listings, there's pending sales, there's closed. So here's good information to share with your clients. Southwest Washington, a little bit different, 83 days on the market. And median sale price a little higher than the Portland metro, 548, but it's still down 4.7%. So new listings this week, 146. So there's good activity in Southwest Washington. And Coos Bay, where you can get your vacation rentals and your second homes, 70 days on the market. Less than Clark County. And 355 is a median sales price there. And as of September, we got 52 days on the market in Canyon County with a sales price of 423. All right. You just click on those, drag them to your desktop, and you can share those with anybody you want to. And for the university, we have 2 Accelerate programs coming up. Those teach you the basics of real estate. And I think they're 4-week courses done online with up to 100 other Century 21 agents. We have one starting December 2nd and March 3rd. And then I have put also in here some quick links to other things in the university. All right, let's have a look at this. There's a couple of things I want to. Shauna, you want to share something, but I have something first. We talked about the new Century 21 brand marketing campaign, and Kung and Nick and I got to see a little video of it when we were in New Jersey a couple months ago with Tori Kitchinger, who's the vice president of marketing at Century 21. She's been there a year now. And she spent the year studying our heritage and looking at the archives of Century 21. And she's also looked at all the rebranding we did over the last 5 years. And she had a lot to say, and she did a lot of work. And she said she's going to wind back the clock a little bit. She's going to take a look at our heritage. And so this picture here, it says she's obscured it, but it's dedicated to the joy of home. She's focusing on what we sell. We sell people their home. And so it's going to be a warm and fuzzy campaign. That's what she was telling us. And lots of children, lots of pets, and things like that.
Puppies, yeah.
So that's what I think what we can expect. And she also wants to, like I said, she wants to change the sign, the yard sign. Probably something a little more recognizable for people who knew our brand before, our gold signs and things like that. And she wants to put one in Times Square. She wants to put a giant real estate sign in Times Square. And I would love to see that. So register here. If you're going to Shauna's Lunch and Learn, they'll be playing it. But definitely have a look at that. And I will bring that to you next week here as well. And we'll come up with ways to use that new branding. And then one other thing I had is Workplace. That's Facebook's Workplace. They're finally giving up on that. I personally, I never understood Workplace because I could never get logged into it. And they had added so much security, and we were in a group, a Century 21 group, and you had to be logged into 21 online. I could never get into it, so I didn't use it. But now Facebook has discontinued it. So Century 21 is saying, well, use our they have a Facebook group now. Yeah. So go ahead and join that. I don't know how long it'll take you to join, but if your name is in the system, they'll let you in. And that can replace it. It was a good idea, but new people to the brand coming in and asking general questions and getting lots of answers. I thought that was wonderful. But anybody could do that. You will get answers to your questions. You'll get answers from Florida and North Dakota, and all of that's very valuable. Just anything that you ask. So have a look at that. And then here's Tori. Let's see what she has to say.
Hey, Century 21. I hope you'll join us when we unveil exciting details about the upcoming launch of our brand new consumer campaign. You'll get a sneak peek at what assets you'll have at your fingertips and learn how you can activate in your local market. Join us on November 14th at 3 p.m. Eastern. See you there.
Okay, well, she's not giving us a clue there what she's going to do.
She's keeping it to herself.
Right. Oh, and when you get your own time, listen to this guy. This guy is so fun. We met him at the conference as well. He kind of ran the show there.
Yes.
Yeah, Brian Pitt. Right.
He's the one that's doing the 21-day challenge.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Talk about energy. He is a lot of fun.
Yes, he is.
All right. All right. Shauna, you brought us a chart on optimizing social media.
Yeah. I went to a conference last week, and they had a lot of good information that I wanted to share today.
Okay.
So it's all about social media because it's a thing that we need to be doing to advertise our businesses. And so it's just giving some tips about certain things and trends. TikTok is for Gen Z and millennials, and I had to figure out exactly who's in what age group. So the Gen Z is from 12 to 27. Millennials are from 28 to 43. Gen X is 44 to 59, which would be my generation. And then there's the boomers, which are 60 to 69. So to me, that was important of understanding what those age groups are to know who I'm marketing to. In TikTok and Facebook is the millennials and Gen X. And I think the boomers are in there as well. And that's my opinion.
They are, yeah.
YouTube is everyone. And a lot of people use YouTube for their source of entertainment and streaming through that a lot. I find myself probably on YouTube more than anything. And Instagram is for Gen Z and millennials. So it's just good to know what where you're marketing, and the trends that we're seeing now are the continuation of short form video content. So that is something that's going to continue. Consumers will turn to social in place of Google for search. They're not 100%. But it's going to be used a lot for searching. People are going to feel like using that rather than looking on Google. Social media will become a shopping destination in the future, is what they're predicting, and Threads will gain momentum and become at least partial competitor to X. So Threads is a spin-off of Instagram, is what I see it as. And it's hard to find unless you go to Instagram. So that's how I've seen it. A lot of discussion more than because Instagram is mostly photos, and the Threads is more of a discussion like X. And then ad-free social media, but you'll have to pay for that. So they're gonna, a lot of this social media is gonna try to get your money for advertising. So that's kind of the direction that's gonna head. As everybody knows, you can see the next section talks about video, and video is king. They gave us some pointers with that. It says to make the content more about yourself. That's a good way to do things. And one of the things that I wrote in my notes is that human beings want to see water, which made me happy because when I got my page done by Tyler, he added a video, and a lot of that shows water of the Columbia River. So that's kind of cool. I like the idea that we're kind of ahead of that. So the hook, it's got a blank there. The blank there says a hook in the first 3 seconds is what it should be. 3 seconds is where your hook should be. If it's not catching them, they're just going to keep scrolling. So make your hook in the first 3 seconds. Keep your key points to 2 to 3 maximum. And there should be a strong call to action. And I think everybody knows what call to action is you're going to want them to do something. Either respond to you or answer something, ask for something, and then make sure you're spending time answering questions, direct messages, and commenting on things. I have some more notes that I took while I was there. Things that, these are algorithm tips. Instagram, the reels should be about 5 to 10 seconds on those reels. And because people will share those more often and save them. If they're too long, they're not going to do that. It has more information about TikTok. Honestly, I don't use TikTok. It's not something that I've really gotten involved in. So I think that I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on that to share, as I don't understand it myself. LinkedIn, do use of polls and articles. Longer captions are good on LinkedIn, and sometimes written over a reel is real good there on LinkedIn. Facebook, this is the thing. They're saying to avoid hashtags now. They're changing those algorithms. So avoiding hashtags, utilizing reels, and engage in groups. So like this Facebook group for Century 21, any market real estate related type groups, you want to get involved in those, and things of interest that you have, obviously, because you want to do content of things that you're interested in, because people can tell when you're interested in something. They can tell if you're just reading the market report and you're not really, it's not your passion, they're going to know. So you need to really show your interest into whatever you're presenting to them. The other tips I got from them were sourcing content from your life, collect common questions that come up, and then turn them into a video. I think we've talked about that numerous times. Turn your old posts, just written posts, into a recording, and make sure you add that hook to the beginning. Spend 10 minutes a day consuming content. And why do you want to do that? So that you can create a library and, you know, make some good reels on your page and create them with your own spin. So you're going to be looking at stuff on there 10 minutes, not 2 hours, 10 minutes a day, because that can suck you in, that's for sure. And then the other things, key parts to the reel is the hook, obviously in the first 3 seconds. I already said that. And let's see. Okay, it says first, so they gave us some examples of things that will get people to listen and keywords. And those keywords will be first time home loans. Those are one of the keywords that they had. Lenders near me is something that they might be looking for. Get a mortgage broker near me, mortgage brokers enter the city state. So you could, that was a mortgage company, but you could do the same thing with real estate. So instead of the hashtags, they're saying to you know, put your title or your subject line as something that is going to be something people are searching for, because the hashtag isn't so much working anymore. Let's see, what else did I have here? Oh, and this is kind of a neat thing here. Best times to post. They've done some research, and here is what they think. So today is Wednesday. When you get off of here, you should be posting something into Facebook before 1 o'clock, something in Instagram before 1 o'clock, and before 2, something in X, and before noon, something in LinkedIn. So it's kind of a good thing you could just write these into your I think I would do them earlier, just get it done, but you could just pick out which ones you want. And let's see, I have one little other thing here. Just some ways to drive traffic to your page. Ask for reviews, and also put your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever you want to show or people to go to, put that in your email signature so they can click on those and go to those.
Mhm.
And let's see here. Overall best practices. These are no-brainers, but worth repeating. Build a strong and professional profile. Respond to good and bad reviews. So if your Google page gets a bad review, you need to respond to that. I had that happen to me. I didn't know who this person was, so I pretty much said, this person's never done business with me and has no idea who I am, or I them. So
I'd like to add to that. Yeah, that is absolutely the truth. And I was frustrated years ago with those with the reviewing, because they weren't sticking to their guns on their criteria, but that's a whole other subject. But be the cool collected one, because often if they're angry, they're going to be insane in their review. Capital letters, exclamations. You then correct them in a very calm manner, and those reading will read your response. They're almost more intrigued to see what your response is to the drama. And if you're the calm collected one, that's what they want to see from the captain of the plane, from the surgeon, from the authority figure, is your calm collected authority. So you really have a chance to clean house. Anyways, just thought I'd throw
You
that
do.
out.
And here's the other thing to remember. You get one response. You're not there to argue with them. You look really bad if you've turned it into an argument.
Do not turn it into a war. Just give them a nice
One response.
frank,
Shut them down.
statistical answer. Yep.
Okay.
yeah, because you can't remove those Google reviews. I
You
tried.
can't remove them.
No.
Nope. And
All right.
even if they're found, then the other thing is to upload and tag people from your company. Upload and tag photos about your company. Post. Go into your Google account at least several times a week and see what's happening. So
Oh,
if you have a review, you can respond to it.
Yeah.
And just
Okay.
be
Well, thank
correct
you.
on the facts.
So great information. Obviously, there's a lot of ways to do this. A lot of ways to get your name out there. If your website does not look like this, talk to your manager.
Pardon me.
Position.
Oh, sorry.
Um,
Can you hear me?
I hear you, Josh.
Hi, I just wanted to add a couple of little things. I've heard recently that Google is going to be extending the length of shorts to 3 minutes in the near future. That has not happened yet. It was supposed to happen last month on the 15th. That's a possibility still at this point. Also, if you're going to be doing videos and you're going to be sharing them across different platforms, make sure that you upload the original file. Because if you were to, say, upload it to TikTok and then download it from TikTok to upload to YouTube, you're going to have a watermark on there from TikTok.
Yeah.
And those videos are kind of suppressed by the algorithm. And so that's something to look out for as well.
Okay. All right.
But otherwise, that was fantastic information. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, talk to your manager if you want a website that looks like this, because we can't help you. We can help you with the SEO optimization, and we can help you come up with ideas for blogs and give you some guidance on that as well. So, and the website is important. That can be a revenue source for you in the future. Okay, a lot of good information. And I guess my parting message would be, don't be the realtor that hibernates during the winter, because almost all of them do. Well, that sounds like an opportunity to me to be the one who doesn't, to be the one who actually dares to have an open house between Thanksgiving and Christmas and circle prospect the neighborhood and let everybody know. That's going to work for you. That's really going to work for you during the winter. And then that period of time in January and February, we say, oh, it picks up in the spring. It always picks up in March. Great opportunity, because there's a lot of activity going on. That's what we ignore. If we look at those little blocks of statistics for a January to February, there's a lot happening. And all the realtors are saying, oh, nothing happens till it picks up. That's not true.
Right.
So stay in touch with your manager. And I appreciate you coming today. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
This is our time. No, this is our century. Our gold shines bright. Because this is a network unlike any other. 135,000 affiliated agents across 84 countries and territories. In almost every Spanish-speaking country in the world. This is the most recognized name in real estate. The most respected brand in the industry. That has a nice ring to it. The leader in brand awareness 25 years in a row. This is earning accolades. More accolades. And more. Okay, that's a lot. This is making an impression. Over 27 billion of them. This is showing up big. Here, here, and all across here. Oh, and not just for clients, for the community. We're lifting up others with us. This is not resting on a legacy. This is running on it. Taking all that's been learned and seen and taught and dreamed over the past 50 years to shape and fuel the next 100. Century 21. This is our century.